guys, it's Risa. How are you? Welcome to my kitchen. I hope you're doing well. I'm excited because I'm going to teach you how to make the best, most delicious turkey chili ever. Who doesn't love chili, right? It is so delicious. You can eat it all year round, and it's really a comfort food. For me, it's comfort food at its finest. So before I teach you, I just wanted to say thank you for subscribing, and don't forget to ring that bell option so you don't forget to get all my videos by email, right? You don't want to forget. And of course, sharing is caring, so tell other people about my channel. And I love hearing your comments, like, share, of course, like I said, and you can visit me on my website, www.risaweiner.com, and my Facebook group for more inspiration from over 26,000 members, okay? Weight Watcher tips and recipes by Risa. So let's get started. Just remember that all my recipes are written under each video, and I post them on my website. Not all of them, but they're getting there, okay? And on Pinterest, so then you'll have them all written out. But that's another option, just clicking that little arrow underneath. I take the time and I do write out all the ingredients and directions, okay? All right, so what are you gonna need? Lots of ingredients, people. I'm not gonna lie. I like flavor, and I've told you that in all my videos, because just because things are low fat, low carb, they have to be delicious, right? Because that's what's going to keep you on track. So, all right, you are going to need, if you make it like me, 2 packages of turkey meat. I just buy the 2 at Walmart, 2 for $12, okay? And I buy the prime. I love it, but it doesn't matter, any turkey meat. And it's 454 grams, 1 pound each, so 2 pounds, okay? I took a half of a very large vidalia onion. You don't have vidalia, you can just use a regular onion, whatever size. I like to saute it because it gives good flavor and it's sweeter. I'll just tell you a short story. Years ago, I was making a spaghetti sauce and I used a regular onion and I didn't saute it. It was so bitter. I promised myself whenever I make a sauce, I'm going to saute it, and I love vidalia because it's just sweeter. But a regular onion is fine when you saute it in a little bit of olive oil spray, okay? Or whatever you want. I'm going to use a cup of corn, and as I add the ingredients, I'll go over it again, okay? So a cup of just corn, it's optional, all right? A tin of some tomato paste, just a small tin. It is 6 ounces. And, okay, so I'm just going to show you. I've got 3 tins. 2 of the La San Marzano, but you can use any brand of tomatoes, okay? So I've got 2 cans of this, and I had some crushed tomatoes as well. So it doesn't matter, you want to use crushed, dice, whole ones, it all breaks apart, it doesn't matter, okay? The crushed does make it a little bit thicker, so I'm using 2 of this, and any brand is fine. So 3 cans altogether, and I'm using some salsa. I like adding some salsa. You have a little salsa in your food, okay? So I'm just using, every time I make it, I change it up. So sometimes I use a lot, sometimes a little, but I'm going to use the whole little jar. It's 418 mils, all right? So about, I don't know, whatever. You decide if you want to use it, but I like a little salsa in my chili. And this is also optional. You can just leave it like that and have it with just the tomato, the canned tomato, or you can also add whatever you want, whatever sauce you want, okay? So this is the Rayos, super delicious. Sometimes I buy the white linen from Costco, but any brand of spaghetti sauce you want. Again, you have your own homemade, or you don't have to add it at all. For 1/2 cup, it's 3 smart points. So you just have to add it up That's the only thing you're going to be counting in the whole recipe if you decide to use this. Again, it's optional. And I decided to shake it up a little bit. So I put in 2 cans of the cannellini beans, the white ones, and 1 red. You only like the red kidney beans, use the red. So I used 3 cans, and they are 540 mils. So we'll just put that aside. And I've already washed them off. Make sure you wash them and rinse them well, okay? I don't like that gooey stuff. I'm not about that, okay? So rinse them off well. I'm going to add about a tablespoon or so of minced garlic. I like using the jar I buy at the dollar store, or you can use fresh garlic cloves that you crush up. You want to use garlic powder. It's up to you. I always start off with a little, and I taste things, people. You know that. I like to taste it and then see if I need more. So I have garlic powder here, some onion powder, about a tablespoon or so. Again, you know, measurements. I don't usually measure. I'm just trying to measure for you guys. So I just sprinkle in and taste. So about that. I don't have the chili powder in a container. I just bought it at the bulk store. So I always start off with a tablespoon because it does get spicy. So if I want to add more, I add more later. Okay, so start off with a tablespoon. You might need a tablespoon and a half, depending on how strong your chili powder is, all right? And when you buy it right, like now, it's really fresh and it's stronger when it's fresh. If it sits for a while, it's a bit milder. Of course, you know, I love my Pink Himalayan salt and pepper, and I really don't measure. I just put a little bit in, all right? So just sprinkle in and taste, of course. I have this on low. Now, one of my secrets is using honey, because then it balances out the acidity. I have a no sugar one. You want to use regular. I think for 1 tablespoon, it might be 1 or 2 smart points if you're on WW. So I add about a tablespoon or so. Again, I taste it. A little bit of sriracha, probably about a teaspoon or so. About a teaspoon of some Worcester. I like adding some Worcester. A little bit of soy, about a teaspoon or so. And if I change it up, it'll be in the ingredients. In the ingredients, I'll say that I might have used a half to or more. So you can decide. Start with a half. I like using less than adding, okay? Because you can't take away once you've added spices. And what's chili without some chili sauce? Again, that's optional. I had it in the fridge. I like to throw like the kitchen sink into this. All right. So enough talking. What have I done? I took the vidalia onion and I just put it in my frying pan, and I like to get it. You can see that it's brown, okay? I like it caramelized. So just on a medium heat for maybe 5 minutes, and that's it. And I didn't want to waste your time watching me cook the turkey meat. So I just have it in the pot that I'm using, because then all the flavors are still in it, right? You don't want to transfer it over and miss out on all the delicious sauce from the turkey meat. So I just ground it. I just put it in. I didn't grind it up. I bought it ground. And you just put it in. And we're just going to add everything, okay? So it'll be easy peasy. I'm going to put this one on low. And I'm going to just add my my onions. So just add my onions. And don't worry, I'll show you. Because basically, now that the onions are cooked and the meat is cooked, it's pretty much cooked. So I like to just keep it on the stove for an hour and a half or so at a very low temperature. Now, you want to use your crock pot, your slow cooker. That's an option too. So just saute the meat first and the onions and add everything. You want to add vegetables to it, you can. I wanted it more of a meat sauce, okay, like Tim Hortons or whatever, wherever you buy it, okay? So that's what I wanted. I'm just going to add in my cup of corn. So now it's just really easy. Just add the corn. Now I'm just going to add my tomatoes, okay? So I'm going to add the crushed tomatoes. And I want to make sure I get everything. So I like to use my spatula. And I have it on a low, medium heat is good. Okay. So I'm just adding that. I'm sorry that my back is turned to you guys, but I'll keep turning and looking at you guys, all right? Now I'm just going to add I love these. They're from Italy. They're so good if you can get them. And they come in a huge, large tin at Costco too. You can just buy one huge one and it's so cheap. It's like $3.87 or something for a huge can, or you can get six of these for $7.99. And I like to have these too because I like to add them for other things as well. Okay. And I'm going to put this one in. And, you know, the reason why I'm making a lot, you could make half the recipe, guys. You don't have to make 2 packages. You want to make 1 package. But I like to freeze it because I work and then I have it for lunches, for dinner, okay? And then I just take it out and it's already made, and it's fantastic having things prepared. That is key on your journey. So I'm just going to mix this up. Just mix it. You're always mixing, okay? I'm going to add my salsa. Just going to show you. That's all it looks like, and you're just going to mix it up and break up the tomatoes. Okay, that's all I'm doing is mixing everything. Okay? All right, I'm going to add my beans last. I'm going to add my sauce now. The Rayos gives it nice flavor as well. And mix that up. Again, that's a personal choice. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. So I'm going to add about a teaspoon. Let's start off with a teaspoon. I probably usually add a tablespoon because I usually add it to the meat. Okay, I usually season the meat. I'm going to add a tablespoon of some onion powder. And I like to move it out of the way so I know I've used it. I'm going to put in some Himalayan salt. Just sprinkle that in. A little bit of pepper. Put that in. I'm going to start off with a tablespoon of my chili. And it smells so yummy. So I'm sprinkling that in. Okay. Now I'm going to add a little bit, about a tablespoon of some chili sauce. I'm going to start with a tablespoon of my honey. And if you don't want to put honey in, you could put in a little bit of syrup. You could put in some sugar. Brown sugar is really good. A tablespoon or 2 is not going to hurt you. Okay, if you don't like the sugar-free stuff, it's fine, people. All right, for that huge pot, it's not going to make a difference. So you can use sugar-free honey. You can use regular honey. You could use sweetener. You could use sugar. Like I said, brown sugar. It's versatile. Okay. God, I sounded angry there. Okay, a little bit of Worcester, just about a teaspoon. Put it over. A little bit of soy, about a teaspoon, just a little bit. And a little bit of some sriracha. Just going to put in about a teaspoon. And again, you don't have to. You could put in some chili flakes. You can put in some other hot sauce, Tabasco, whatever you want, okay? And I'm going to just reach over and get a big spoon now and make sure I mix all of these nice ingredients together. And I like putting it in a bigger pot because I have smaller pots, but sometimes it's hard to mix, and I like a bigger pot, okay? So I'm just going to show you that it looks delicious. Okay, it looks so meaty, and it's already really thick. Sometimes I add the tomato paste, sometimes I don't, but I'll add it since I opened it. It won't hurt it. Where is it? There it is. Okay, I'm going to add it. Sometimes if you don't use the tomato sauce, it can be a little watery. So you can add some tomato paste. I just use the whole thing. Why not? Again, it won't make any difference. It's up to you. Okay, so some of the things are just optional, right? You can use what you want, what you don't like, what you do like, right? And then just mix that in. Okay. So I'm just going to show you. It's very heavy. There, that's what it looks like. Super delicious. I'm just going to take a little taste. Let's taste it. I'm going to put in some more chili. So now 2 tablespoons. But as it gets hotter, the spices will come out. It's always hard when you taste and talk. It's not easy, people. Don't try it. All right. So I added some more. I like the honey because it breaks up the acidity and it just brings out more flavor. It's just so good. So now I'm just going to add in the beans. I think it has enough garlic. I'm not going to add more garlic. This ended up making a huge pot. I'm just going to show you the nice beans in here. Okay. It's so heavy. It's one way to get your weightlifting in. And it's so nice and thick already. And like I said, it's basically cooked. But the longer you let it sit, the more flavors will come out and it will be amazing. All right. And I'm going to be making my tortilla that are delicious, like crackers. You can eat it with. You could eat it over pasta. You could eat it over rice. My husband loves it over rice. You can take zucchini noodles. You can use spaghetti squash. Okay, just eat it like that with whatever cracker you like. Melba toast. All right, even toast, regular toast, bread. So you can enjoy it with a little bit of sour cream on top. A little bit of shredded cheese is really delicious, okay? So I always try to give you lots of options. And, oh my God, it is so heavy. I just want to put it over here and just show you how thick it is. Look, it is so thick. It is super thick and it tastes so rich and delicious already. So I'm just going to leave it on the oven for probably an hour and a half. It's already cooked. You could eat it. Well, I wouldn't eat it yet. Okay. Let it cook. Let it simmer. Don't cover it. I don't cover it. Just check on it every couple of minutes. Give it a good stir. If the tomatoes are too chunky, just break them up. Again, if you don't want to use the canned, like big tomatoes, use crushed, or you can use the diced, I told you. All right. You could use fresh tomatoes, whatever you like. All right. So tell me what you think of this recipe. It is so yummy. And continue to share, like, comment, subscribe, of course, ring the bell, and ask me any questions if you have any questions about my recipes or podcasts. Okay. Love you guys. Mwah. Bye for now.